What's up,
What's
Carla?
up?
Yo, let's talk about that jersey.
What's up?
What are you wearing?
So this is the Mexico away jersey for the World Cup. I'm supporting, obviously, that's me tweeting. I'm supporting my team. Um, and it's super nice. I got it, I think, back in actually August. I'm telling you, August, just because it's like um culture, right? You could the
Yeah.
print is really beautiful. That's it. That's what got it. And then also pride. And they have to make it to the next round for them to finally wear this. Their away jersey. I think they have to wear their green jersey this stage. So
I believe they're playing right this minute.
they are.
So if you're
Why are we
watching this live, thank you. I appreciate you. I would rather be watching the World Cup, and that's what I'll be doing in 12 to 14 minutes. So
Yes. Also, please excuse my hair. I've been a mess. You and I both know why.
I mean, it's
Because
almost like you've been on a desert island for 28 days.
I wish my hair honestly was this nice out there because look, you okay, first of all, it's all knotted times 20. That's what it was. But anyway, we're here to
Uh,
not talk about Survivor. We're here to talk
no, we're here to talk about this. Is actually we've done this twice before, and it's kind of one of my favorite versions of A Cup of Joy.
oh,
We were supposed to be 4 of us today, but 2 of us are not here.
yeah.
Carlos Moreno and Nassim Hamid were supposed to join us, but you know, it's Thanksgiving week. Um, some folks are getting sick. Whatever. We can carry on. What's so special about this episode is we had a leadership journeys last week in Washington D.C. at New Prophets the Well conference.
Mhm.
Carla, I texted you on our way home. We forgot to do A Cup of Joy live, which would have been great.
That's
But
true.
let's reflect on leadership journeys. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm
So,
excited.
you know, since there's only 2 of us, I will participate. Usually I'm the facilitator, but
Okay,
I'm
great.
mostly going to cue you up and then I'll just chime in. Are you
All
ready?
right. I'm here
All right.
for it.
We're going to talk about leadership journeys. Let's talk first about the setting. Like
Okay.
where is this? What is this space?
You mean like literally like in DC or like
Yeah, like because I'll tell you, like what I'm most taken by, and you'll see this in the pictures to come,
yeah.
are the colors, the hues,
Oh
right?
my gosh, yeah. So this was the opening reception for The Well, so New Prophets The Well. So essentially, this was Monday night. This was the kickoff to their conference. Um, and let me tell you, I think this is one of the best produced events that I've been to in a bit. I mean, just the way that just the colors, the room, the ambiance. I mean, we're at the Willard.
Yeah.
We're a block from the White House. Um, I think that's all I'll add. I don't know if you want to add anything else to that, to the
Well,
set.
I tell you, like we try deliberately to have leadership journeys in aesthetically pleasing spaces.
Mhm.
Not to say that this ballroom wasn't already aesthetically pleasing, but one thing that we experienced that we haven't before is the lights that they were able to bring into the room really
Yeah.
sort of opened my eyes that you can make a space pretty aesthetically pleasing with production value. So just want to say what you said, well done. But thank you to New Prophet for inviting us into your space. We really
Oh my
appreciate
gosh, yes. Many
it.
blessings.
We had a first time MC at this at this leadership journeys. You want to talk about
Nothing.
Nassim? Yeah.
Listen, this energy that I mean, I knew the kid has energy. The kid. Nassim is amazing. But I don't know. I think it's the way that he vibes with music and with people. Man, I want Timothy, you have some competition, man. If you're watching, no, I'm just kidding. No, this he was great. I feel, yeah, he had a different energy that I've never seen. Um, that's what I'll say about Nassim.
Yeah, I agree. And the room setup was a little bit unique. It's the first
Mhm.
time we've had a legit dance floor and also tables in the room. So as I said, Nassim had a challenge, which was actually getting people into the middle of the space, and he
Yes.
more than rose to that challenge.
And he got people moving, and
Yes.
that's key. You want people to dance. Yeah, and he did that. I was out there dancing.
All right, let's talk about our panelists. And this is the first time we've had 4. We usually have 3
Yes.
panelists, and we had 4 this time, including Leadership Journeys alum Kaya Henderson.
Hmm.
You want to talk about Kaya?
Well, I feel like Kaya definitely, in a way, set the tone, right? Having been the only one who's been a part of leadership journeys before, she came cool, calm, and collected, flexible, adaptable, right? There were a few changes on the slides. Um, uh, there's lots of heart when we talk about DC for Kaya, given her experience and work there. Um, she feels like family at this point because I've worked with this a second time working with her. And she just knew she knew what to do. She was like, I got this. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, you do. The stage is yours.
It's amazing how quickly folks who have done it before become sort of the old pros, not
Mhm.
only because they're there to help the other panelists, but even the way that Kaya showed up in the space. Not that she's not a confident woman to begin with, but she, as you'd said, Carla, she was just there to say to the other panelists who we'll meet in a second, follow me. I got this.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to them. They didn't need to follow her. They were storytellers in their own right. So let's introduce them. First time panelists, including Dr. Cesar Cruz. You want to talk about Cesar?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So this was my first time meeting Dr. Cesar Cruz. And literally the moment he picked up that mic, I was like, whoa, like this man is he's like everything that I've read about when I was in Berkeley, and the professors that I had in Berkeley, and the work that he does is so inspiring. The way that he tells his stories, his storytelling,
Mhm.
is soulful. And he brought a lens to this leadership journeys and life work that I feel I haven't seen in many spaces, in the spaces that I've worked in. So it was like a breath of fresh air. And he had, you can kind of see, did he have his shoot, what was he burning? He had like a whole like candles, and he was burning like something on stage that I loved too. Like it was a cleansing experience for him as well. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, but
No,
Dr.
no,
Cesar
no.
Cruz was amazing.
Yeah, and I think Cesar, it's amazing in the time that he had in his responses, went from this sort of quiet humility,
Mhm.
emblematic of the candle that he's holding, to he just the steam that he built up, and I'm not no pun intended, like there was smoke rising, but just like this kind of quietness that it rose into kind of a crescendo, like I'm going to talk from my heart and you're going to listen, and it was
Yes.
um, pretty amazing. You and I were sitting the closest to Dr. Cruz, so to like kind of be in his circumference
Mhm.
was pretty moving for me.
I agree.
All right, Dr. David Johns.
Dr. David Johns, someone who I just met at this leadership journeys as well, new to the leadership journeys family. Um, I think during our prep, I was like, all right, I'm interested to see Dr. John's story. And he laid it out and he
Mhm.
said, this is who I am. This is what I'm representing. Um, I don't know how many people we've had that have been so visibly like pro LGBT, pro queer, um, in our leadership journeys that now that I think about it.
Yeah,
And so it was like, oh, families here, communities here. And I'm so happy that we have them as a panelist. He said something beautiful that resonated with me that I can't remember anymore. Was it same loving? I don't know a phrase that but anyway, yeah, I'm
yeah.
not trying to paraphrase, but beautiful, 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 beautiful work, soul, passion. Yes.
And we are intentionally calling him Dr. David right now because one of the things that I really appreciate that he said is, unless you knew me before I got my degree, I
Hmm.
am Dr. David Johns to you. I earned this. I earned the respect that my title comes with. Um, Appreciate it. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. All right, let's talk about Tulane. So Tulane, for folks who don't know, is a co-CEO of New Profit, who put on this conference. To Tulane's credit and to New Profit's credit, when they invited Big Picture to do leadership journeys,
Hmm.
we one of our conditions, a lighter condition, was that we believe that if a leader in an organization invites us in their space to be most true and authentic to leadership journeys, we would ask your leader to be one of the people that steps out and is vulnerable. And I think Tulane more than embraced that.
Hmm.
You want to speak about your observation of Tulane?
I think Tulane considers herself super introverted, but when I saw her speak on stage, I would have
Mhm.
never known that. Um, so much power in such few words at times, I feel. She was like, and I'm done. And this is what I'm done. And I
Yes,
was
yeah.
like, you are. And this is the message you left with us. Um, there's a there's just something so beautiful about she just knows exactly what to say. And yeah, there's this aura. There's I mean from everyone, but this aura that I get from Tulane that's like, I got this too, you know?
I also consider myself something of an introvert, and you have seen before at Leadership
That's
Journeys.
true.
I am compelled to dance. Tulane was compelled to dance. I think sometimes
Mhm.
folks find it surprising that introverts actually have the ability to like step into their extroversion.
Yeah.
We don't do it a lot, but when the space calls for it, it's not entirely uncomfortable for us. Let's talk about Los.
I'm just kidding. Let's talk about Lowe's. Um, I feel like this is one of the few times where I feel like Los has like taken a step back and kind of just like let
Mhm.
something happen, Like he didn't need to command, sorry, keeping my eyes on the TV too, so much of the stage presence because you had four great panelists. You also had an MC who knew what he was doing. But Los this time shared additional pictures. I think we got a little more personal with his story. Um, I don't know. I work so closely with those. I don't know what to say about him here.
Yeah, this is I was trying to count. I think this is the seventh time that we've done a leadership journeys in the various formats that it's been out there. And I think the reason that we're having a hard time talking about Los is because he is a steady presence. Like,
Yeah.
we know what we get, and it's always inspirational, and it's always um if his job is to help people through their stories, he does it with consistency.
Hmm.
um, Respect to Lowe's. This feels like it's coming out as a something of a backhanded compliment, but I think that's what it is. It's sort of just you need a consistent presence. You need sort
Hmm.
of a lighthouse, if you will. If you're going to be out there, I'll extend the metaphor. If you're going to be out at sea telling your personal story and being vulnerable, you need a lighthouse, and I think Lowe's is that presence.
Oh, I agree. He is.
She's got a call. She's got a call, and she's like, whispering, but that's all right. All right, let's talk about. So we've sort of dabbled in the crowd. This is like we've done this well enough at this point that it it ends up being a dance party, and this is sort of the result of what happens when you build up vulnerability and angst and telling your personal story, and you just need to decompress, and that's
Hmm.
that's where we're at this point.
Yeah. You want to talk about, yeah, I mean, people need to move. People need to dance. People need to be free. People need to celebrate. And sometimes celebrating looks like a drink in your hand, you loosen up. Oftentimes when you're wearing your title, when you're wearing your suit, it feels uncomfortable to do so. But so to be able to have that space to do it is beautiful and in vulnerable spaces too.
Yeah. All right. I think this is the last picture I have. I mean, it's not trying to like give ourselves props, but I do think like this is always a team production.
Hmm.
I did not shout out Mickey Breeze. Thank you, Mickey Breeze.
Gosh, yes.
Did not shout out Laura Martinelli, who in short order there will be a film version of what we're showing here.
Hmm.
Also want to acknowledge Andrew Frischman, who with Los leads our organization and is part of what got us to the well in the first place. So it's definitely a team effort
Definitely. Oh, look at us. We look so good.
for sure.
And now off to the next one.
Well, I mean, the next one is I don't want to say literally. It's right around the corner. We are doing
Yeah.
a leadership journeys at our leadership conference in San Diego.
It's literally 2 weeks away. What are you talking about?
I mean, we've got Thanksgiving. Can we enjoy our Thanksgiving, please? But I think we take for granted at this point, and I love it. We talk about leadership journeys as though it's a next door neighbor, like we know it so well. I
Mhm.
do worry sometimes folks are like, what is leadership journeys? And I'll say that
Mm,
on our website, if you go to bigpicture.org/influence,
yeah,
there's a video about leadership journeys. It, watch that and learn what leadership journeys is.
cool. Yes. And
Okay.
hopefully you could join us at one at some point.
I mean, we're already queuing up our 2023 calendar. I think it's going to be another exciting year.
Yes. So excited.
Carla, you score update? You want to give us a score update?
It's still 0-0.
Okay. All right then. We
Okay.
will see folks on the other side of Thanksgiving, but
Yeah.
please have a restful one.
Yes. Watch Survivor Wednesdays. There's an episode coming out tomorrow. And with that, I hope you make it a great day and holidays. Great rest of the week. Because the choice really, really is yours. Have a good day.
Bye.